What's going on, guys? We are back again, and we are finally going to be reviewing Stranger Things Season 4. I would assume Part 1. It's been kind of an interesting season so far, and if you guys don't already know, Stranger Things, I really do enjoy. Some of it I don't. Some of it I find kind of cringy. Some things I enjoy, other things I don't. I know Stranger Things has become like a cult phenomenon, and it's a good show. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good show. I just wish they would show more of the upside down than what they really do and focus on things that I don't know, man. It makes me wonder some of the things that they do show they don't show, if that makes any sense. Now, for the majority of this season is mainly on what's going on with Hopper as well as Eleven, because what goes on is Eleven, she's of course far away, she's having issues in school, she's getting bullied, and when Mike comes to see her, obviously, things get out of control. She gets into a fight because she's had enough, and then she gets arrested, and then the feds find her, and come to find out it is actually the same one that she considered her to be her papa, and they go through this scenario of her trying to find her, get her powers back, but she doesn't know how, and it's buried inside her memories. And I would say a good majority of the season is based on Eleven trying to get her powers back, and she does slightly, but then it's like dormant. Her powers are dormant, and it makes me wonder exactly what they were trying to do with this season, because she is normally trying to find a way to get her powers back, but at the same time, obviously some more things happen, and time is of essence due to now that she's been taken and she's trying to get her powers back. She's reliving what happened to her when she was younger, and we find out in the season that there is a new villain by the name of Vecna, who they give this name to, who is almost like a sorcerer for the Upside Down, and he is very powerful somehow or other. He has the abilities to control everything that goes on. He's going after different ones that are, I guess, grieving in a way, and when this happens, you see where he even goes after one of the group, and they have to band together and figure out what's going on. And then, of course, Dustin, as well as Mike's club called the Hellfire Club, they get accused of the weird things that's going on within their town. Police gets involved. They got this, I would say, stuck-up preppy kids that are from the basketball team that are trying to do some vigilante justice in the film, or not the film, but the series, and that causes a big ruckus in the show. And then we see where it looks like there's a lot of other things that happens in here. We even get to see, in again, spoilers, Max deals with her issues in the show to where she finally understands, or she's trying to deal with the issues of losing Billy, and she hasn't really fully addressed it in a way. She hasn't dealt with it, and what happens is she tries to deal with it, and that's the reason why Vecna goes after her, because he knows that she feels bad about what happened. Now, one of the things that was really interesting is I don't know if they intended this, but they did have one of the legendary horror icons on this season, which was Robert Englund, who played the father of a family that apparently Vecna went after. And it was great to see Robert Englund in something horror-wise again, him being a horror icon legend. And I don't know if he was doing the voice of Vecna until at the very end when we finally figured out exactly who Vecna was. Now, spoiler alert, if you guys do not want to be spoiled, we got a new one to the cast, which Vecna, turns out, was number 1. The slaughter that was going on in the lab that Eleven was at, it was 1. Eleven tried to stop him, but she was getting manipulated and did not realize that he was 1, and he was extremely powerful. He is the son of Robert Englund's character, who thought that a demon got into their house, but no, he has the same abilities Eleven has, but he was the first. And what happens is we see this weird kind of, I don't know, man. I mean, you got this weird type of thing going on. I don't know exactly what to say. All I know is he has the abilities, and what happens is he kills everyone in the lab. He leaves 11 alive, but 11 actually has the power to go up against him, and he was like the first to go into the gate of the Upside Down, and then he became Vecna. And he wanted revenge against 11, I guess, for putting him there and everything that she's done to him. And what we see, even in this season, is Hopper being in a Russian prison, trying to survive. He's getting beaten. He's getting treated like garbage, obviously, from the KGB there. And what's so crazy is that he's still surviving, and he knows that he's going to be fed to one of the monsters that is in the from the Upside Down. And what was so crazy is one of the Russian guards somehow gets in contact with Winona Ryder's character and tries to inform her that, hey, you know, he is alive, but at the same time that you're going to have to pay this amount of money if you want him back. So she goes on this mission to try to bring him back. Now, they didn't really show a lot of it, but I was kind of laughing because it kind of makes me wonder exactly why they always do this. Because they always try to put more on Winona's character. I don't know exactly if that's intentional or because they try to give her a little bit more than what's going on. And again, a lot of weird things happen in this season, man. I mean, I was trying to keep up. Some of it was, like I said, kind of cringy. Didn't really grab my attention because I just didn't care about what was going on with certain characters. There's been a big rumor going around that Will is gay. That he has a thing for Mike. And again, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't really know. But that ain't going to work due to 11 and Mike being in a relationship. So again, I don't know why they wrote that because it doesn't make a lot of sense. But going back through the seasons, it kind of makes more sense that he was. It's just maybe he didn't know back then in the early seasons. So again, I just want to touch up on that because I've been seeing a lot of rumors on that. And again, I thought that kind of a story arc was kind of irrelevant. And then trying to have Nancy get back with Steve was kind of weird because of everything that they went through to try to get them apart. And then they bring them back together in this season, I guess because of the issues that she is having with Jonathan and them being apart for so long. And again, that can't happen. Again, you know, if you're apart from someone for so long, again, they may meet somebody different or they may do something. I don't know. It just all depends on the way it does. But again, it's a lot of weird things. They even try to reconnect with Lucas and Max, which again kind of seemed irrelevant to do. Again, a lot of the relationships that they were pushing in the show was very irrelevant. I don't see a big reason why they were trying to focus on it. Even with 11 and Mike's relationship seemed irrelevant. One of the funniest things that I found in this season was when Dustin even said about, you know, the one he considers his girlfriend to be a genius. But what was so funny is he even says, hey, you know, maybe she can help you guys out. And when they go to her house, obviously there's a bunch of kids. She's the smartest one. She may not be the oldest, but she's the smartest. And it was kind of, I don't know, it was funny, but at the same time, it was just like, because this season didn't really gravitate me like I thought it would. I thought it was going to be really intense. Like I thought there was going to be a lot of, you know, just killings all over the place, a lot of crazy stuff. I will say, though, the acting has been really good, but at the same time, it's just been kind of cringe. And this season kind of, I had to stop because at times I just didn't want to finish. But then I had to realize, like, okay, you know, maybe this is the way they're writing it. And it just, I don't know. I mean, Stranger Things, right when it gets good, is when they end it. Like, that's just my opinion. I think when they finally get to where they want to go, and what I mean by that is when they finally get the audience in a standstill where, like, oh my god, you know what's going to happen next, is when they stop it and then they gravitate you to get like, oh my god, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. And then they finally get you to where they want you, to where you try to stay interested, and then they just stop it, which again, is can be good writing, but at the same time, it can also leave your audience at a standstill. To where if some people don't like the build up, then you're gonna lose your audience. And again, was this season the best? Out of my opinion, not really. There were some good moments, there were some bad moments, but again, that's only my opinion. I'm still a fan of Stranger Things, but I just don't feel like that this season was probably the best or that interesting. So again, that's only my opinion. If you guys agree, that's fine. If you don't agree, that's fine too. But what you guys think of Stranger Things, let me know down in the comments down below. This is only part 1. Part 2 is coming in July. But let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments, and I'll see you next time.